What's up everybody, my name is Astonishing Pix and welcome to another video. And today I wanted to review the Shfiguarts movie Deadpool from Bandai. And I know that this figure came out a year or two ago. But honestly I wanted to bring it out because the new movie is approaching this month or later next month. And I thought I just cover it because honestly I did get this like a while back and I honestly do like the figure, and there's some stuff that I do want to talk about. Before we get started, please remember to like and subscribe, and please check out my other platforms so you can see awesome pics of toy photography that I do. And if you want to see some behind the scenes, or it's just some funny videos or something, just check out my TikTok. I post there mostly for behind the scenes stuff, so if you're interested in seeing how I shoot my stuff, then there you go. Alright, so without further ado, here we have the Shfiguarts Deadpool. Now honestly I think that this figure is pretty impressive when it comes to the sculpt and the articulation, and honestly when it comes to the sculpt, it's pretty much there. I love how detailed and everything the figure is, so let's take a closer look at this guy. So hopefully you guys can see it very well. Trying to zoom in, but yeah, you could see that he is pretty much well textured when it comes to his outfit. There is weathering in his chest and abdomen, and honestly I feel like they could have used a little bit more of the weathering when it comes to the mask. But yeah, he does have weathering all around. Even at the back of his mask, he does have weathering. And yeah, you could also see the brown in the belt. I love it when companies add the belt buckles or the paint. Like you see here on his chest, there is this piece here that is silver. Honestly, it gives the figure more detail and definition and just makes it look better. I know Hasbro is notorious for not adding the belt buckle stuff, and it is kind of annoying. It is a small detail, but honestly that goes a long way when it comes to how the figure looks overall. So yeah, I just love how Figuarts does this. Yeah, you could see that this figure does have the infamous hip joints, the covers that make it look like a diaper. Now honestly he's not the only victim. The Shfiguarts Spider-Man also does have this issue. Pretty much all of their Spider-Mans have that issue. Something that many people want them to fix when it comes to their figures. I guess people want their figures to look more consistent, and I don't know how to describe it. Hello, future Astonishing Pigs here, and the word I was looking for was seamless. I don't know why I didn't think about this word while I was recording, but seamless is the word that I wanted to use. Yeah. Like I said, this is the 2016 Deadpool, or I think Deadpool 2, but it is marketed as the first one. So yeah, I'm hoping that Shfiguarts or Marvel will come out with the Deadpool 3, because I know that one is significantly more brighter when it comes to the tone of red, and I guess there is a little bit more detail in the chest area, and I think the belt piece is modified too. So there are some differences with the new Deadpool suit, and honestly I'm pretty sure everybody is waiting for Hasbro and or Figuarts or Mayfix to announce their Wolverine figure. I know that honestly that suit is top tier, and I know that suit is more inspired by the Astonishing X-Men type look. I do like it, so I can't wait for them to release that. Hot Toys already released their version. Enough about that. Again, the detail is there. Honestly, let's take a look at his articulation. That's next. Okay, so when it comes to articulation, he can move his head up, a little bit down, side to side, and you can move around. He does have that double hinge or double jointed head that does give him a good amount of range. Mostly the movement comes from his lower. For his arm, he can move about that far, but the shoulder pads are kind of getting in the way, but it's not that big of a deal. So yeah, he can move his arm all the way around. He does have that shoulder swivel that Figuarts is known for, because they don't really have that bicep cut. Well, technically it does have a bicep cut, so it's there, but I guess people are more used to the butterfly stuff. And speaking about butterflies, he does have pretty good butterfly joints, so he can move his arm pretty much forward and back a good amount. He does have double jointed elbows, and he does have that wrist hinge that we all love. As for the diaphragm joint, he does have that too. It doesn't move that much. Moves back a little bit, forward. Combine that with the lower joint. It's not that much, but forward he can go really far, and back not really, but he can move side to side somewhat too. He does have a thigh swivel, which works pretty well, but it is a little bit stiff, so be mindful of that. My bad. He does have double jointed knees that go about that far. No boot swivel, but he does have pretty good ankle rocker. And toe. Now, when it comes to accessories, he is loaded with accessories, but he also is missing two important ones that if you already watched other reviews of this guy, then you're gonna obviously know what those important accessories are. But like I said, again, this guy is loaded up with a lot of hands, and he does come with his a back piece and this little sheath with a knife, so we get that focus. Kind of hard to focus. Okay, there you go. He does come with that little sheath for his ankle, which looks great. So this is pretty much a roundup of what he does have. He comes with a lot of pairs of hands. He comes with a push type of hand. He does come with two thumbs up hands, grabbing hands, fists, pointing hands. He also does come with heart-shaped hands and the relaxed hands, of course, and with a pair of karate chopping hands. He also does come with different eyepieces, so you can switch up his emotions, whether you want to have it wide-eyed or squinting or vice versa. He does have with that little notch there on the right, bottom right, so you can switch out the eyepieces whenever you like. It is a little bit of a hassle, but sometimes it is pretty good to add variety when it comes to this figure. So yeah, he also does come with two katanas, but I'll show that towards the end of the video. Before I forget, here are some of the eyepieces to give you some examples of what it looks like. And I would say that this looks pretty great for the most of the combinations that you could do with this figure. Unfortunately, my copy came with a bad misaligned eye, so that is kind of irksome. But other than that, I would say that this type of accessory is a W. So yeah. Now I do want to show. I would have showcased that he can remove the little katana pieces from his back piece, but unfortunately, since my figure has fallen from the shelf a little bit too much, the little katana pegs broke on it, so they're stuck inside there. So effectively, this is pretty much useless now if I want to have them stored or out. So yeah, apologies for that. It just happened. He is a little bit fragile when it comes to that, but yeah, those are his accessories. Like I said, he's missing his important accessories, which are his two pistols. And I don't know if you guys know this, but Deadpool is synonymous with guns, and I know that people usually blame, I guess, maybe like Disney or whoever is licensing them out, why he doesn't have his guns. but I do know that in the official, I guess, X-Force type look, chart look for Deadpool that at Figuarts release, he does have his guns. So I don't know what the deal was with them skipping out on them on this release. But yeah, my Deadpool doesn't really have his guns, so I just have him posed up in a shelf sitting. Personally, I wish he did come with his guns because he clearly has those ports on the side for that. But I guess they decided not to. But now, normally, this is the part where I usually dive into the size comparison of this video, and I will get to that. But there is some flaws that I like to discuss besides, I guess, the guns that he doesn't have. So I guess the one major flaw that he does have that I don't really like that much about it, I don't know if it's just on my figure exactly, but I think one leg is like longer than the other one. He doesn't really stand evenly, so I had to have him in like a wide stance so it won't really look that much, or it won't look that bad. But he does have that problem, and it is kind of irritating having to, like, I don't know, I noticed it, and it's just there. I don't really like, I don't know if it's just extra plastic or something, but I don't really like that I have to bend the knee forward to get him into like a vanilla pose. So I don't know what's up with that. But let me see if I can show you guys. If I put them just down, I don't know if you guys can see it, but look at his legs. Look at it! Look at it! Look at it! Look at it! You can see that the right leg is a little bit lower than the left leg, and that's how it's always been. I try to straighten both of them out like this. Let's see, okay, like that. You can still see that one is lower than the other one. And I first thought, maybe he just has lower joints, but like the drop down hips, but he doesn't really have that feature. So yeah, other than that, he does pose fine and all, but that's just something that irritates me a little bit because I know it's there. And again, it doesn't look that noticeable, but it's just there. Let's get into the size comparison of this video. Alright, so first off, we have the SH Figuarts Tobey Maguire Spider-Man next to the SH Figuarts Deadpool. And here we have the SH Figuarts Thanos next to the SH Figuarts Deadpool. Here we have the Festering Fingerprint Vike next to the SHF Deadpool. Moving on from Figuarts, here we have the Mafex Spider-Man next to the SHF Deadpool. And here we have Deadpool next to a couple of Marvel Legends, such as the Marvel Legends Black Widow and the Marvel Legends Black Panther. Here we have Deadpool next to the Mezco Daredevil. And here we have Deadpool next to the 3.0 version of the Clone Trooper and the Dark Trooper. And last but not least, here we have Deadpool next to the Hiya Toys Godzilla King of the Monsters Godzilla. And here we have Deadpool all decked out in his gear. You see he has his little pocket knife, and he has his I guess his back sheaths there with his katanas. And honestly, this figure is pretty good for what it is. I would say that you probably would want to wait for the newer releases that come out in the future. I'm guessing that they are going to release the Deadpool and Wolverine version of this guy like within the next year after the movie comes out. But again, he's not really a bad figure. He just has those minor flaws. Like I said, he's pretty much fragile when it comes to the back sheets and everything, and the one leg being longer than the other just really affects. It is there, and it does bother me. And other than that, the articulation is pretty good, and the details are also spot on too. I guess I wish that it could have came with a unmasked head, I guess, but I don't know. I feel like Figuarts has kind of trouble getting the likeness for the actor, so I don't know what's the dealio with that, but yeah. So I found this guy relatively cheaper than the, I think, Deadpool 2 figure. That one does come with guns, and it is a little bit darker when it comes to the red. But that one is basically the same thing as this guy, but just colored darker and with guns. So, but I will have to warn you that that figure right now is going for I think a little bit over $100. So, I don't know if you want to spend that money. This guy is going, I guess, under 100, so like somewhere around like 50 to 60, 70, somewhere in that range. That's how much I got this guy, and I'm guessing that's because of the missing guns. So, yeah, just be warned, this guy is pretty good. And if I were to rate him, I would probably give him like a 7 out of 10. Points off again because of that the longer leg, the fragileness, and the missing guns. That's pretty much it. And yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. And like I said, please like and subscribe. Make sure to check out my other platforms, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.